Hi, Esther.
Hola. Hi.
Buenos dias.
Buenos días.
Are you in Patagonia?
No, in Spain.
Ah, in Spain.
In Spain. In the south of Spain.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Emily. So for those of you who are here already, a quick announcement that this Friday, which is kind of crazy that it's already the first Friday of April. Venerable Amy will be here, and she'll be doing a weekend workshop. So Friday from 7 to 9, and then Saturday, most of the day, we'll have a lunch break in the middle. And then Sunday morning, she'll do our Sunday morning teaching, and then Sunday afternoon, we'll continue the weekend workshop. And that will be offered online as well as in person. So hopefully you can join us. She will be talking about preparing for death, something like with compassion and, I can't remember what else, compassion and something else. Sorry, I've written it like 20 times and I can't remember. And then the following weekend, on Saturday, April 13th, we're following that up with Venerable Kandala will be doing a how to create a Dharma will. So join us for that if you can. More details are online, of course. So check out the calendar or sign up and receive the email for what's happening every single week. So you get a notice in your email. Will, like W-I-L-L, like when you die. Yeah, and it's a Dharma will. Excuse my southern accent. Not a Dharma wheel, a Dharma will. More information online. And that will be from 9:30 to 12:30, so it's a morning workshop, the weekend after Venerable Wayne is here. And movie night, thank you. Yes, movie night, the Friday the 12th. Yes. Do you want to say anything about it? Machu Ricard. Okay. Famous author, photographer, scientist. Tune in. Or no, don't tune in. You have to come to Kadampa Center for that one. What's on the 14th? Children's program on the 14th. Oh, so many exciting things. We are doing, it's a busy spring. It's wonderful. So hello, everyone online. Geshe Gelek should be here momentarily. Is there anything else I forgot that I need to announce? All right. Gathering at 6:30, movie starts at 7. Again, that's Friday, April 12th. Hi, Francis. Good to see you. And Laura and John and CJ and everyone else that's online. Geshe Gelek is here.
please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book. And we'll first chant Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Maybe this is a little bit too slow. And then the Medicine Buddha, verse of praise and mantra, the 4 immeasurables. Yeah, those are the only prayers on page 34 that we'll be chanting. So first, the mantra for Shakyamuni Buddha. Te ata mune mune maha mune soha. Te ata mune mune maha mune soha. Te ata mune mune maha mune soha. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha.
This one, 1 second. So maybe we do the mantra maybe 7 more times. So please visualize, you look at here, that is like Medicine Buddha here. Yeah, that one. So usually this form of practice, not just, it's not more, it's not prayer, it's like practices. So if you look closely, there's like holding plant. So this is for sake of knowledge. Next time when you come, somebody asks, what is that? You can help them. There's a ball here on the left hand holding a ball, the right hand holding a plant. You see the plant? If there's no plant, then art is not good. So the plant, that's like medicinal plant, medicinal. Can be anything like some form of medicinal plant. So the ball, there's like some form of liquid inside the ball. You could say nectar. In Sanskrit, it's called amrita. In Tibetan, it's called duchi. So there's like 3 types of amrita or nectar. Medicinal nectar. One is called medicinal nectar. One is called like immortality nectars. One is called inexhaustible nectar. No matter how much you use, it never gets exhausted. So that's for the sake of knowledge. That's what's inside this bowl, just like nectar. So this is like practice. So when you do that, traditionally you're supposed to visualize on your crown chakra, you visualize medicine Buddha, not solid, form of light, something you can see through, form of light. If you are having a hard time with that, so then you can visualize your body covered with this bright blue light. Are you familiar with the lapis lazuli? Oh, lapis lazuli. What's the benefit of wearing that? What's the benefit? Healing. It has healing. So anyway, when you put the healing, either you can say energy or power into color, according to medicine Buddha practice, they are like pink, yellow, orange, red, and blue. These are the healing color. So when I was in Switzerland, like almost now 17 or 19 years ago, one of my friends, he sees client and he's like color therapist. At that time, I thought it's just a joke. At that time, I thought like how you can heal. She has hundreds and hundreds of colors on the shelf. I'm not sure what she does. People come there, she maybe tells color. The more I think, yeah, eventually you have to have some, if you want to put the healing power into color, you have to have some color. You know, without like image, it's hard to visualize. So therefore, now it makes sense. The color therapy could help people. There's certain color, the certain color is very soothing. Certain color is kind of generate heat. Certain color generate cool. I think this color has, something in the color that has ability to correspond with people's well-being somehow. So anyway, so traditionally you visualize. So not just you, so then you visualize. Some people have no clue, then even you visualize on their crown chakra and on the head, crown chakra on the head. You can visualize on their head, your friend, family, your pet, anybody you can think of. Or if you're having problem with the whole image, just visualize your whole body covered with, like yellow, pink, red, orange, blue. It's the last one. And just say the mantra and just think that you are like health, physical health, mental health improve because of those energies, the healing energies or power. In Tibetan, it's called Nupa. Nupa means power, okay? So maybe say 7 more medicine Buddha, so then just visualize that. So then, I think there'll be benefit, okay?
Teata
Om
om
Bekanze,
bekanze, maha bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om 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 bekanze, maha bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Okay, now the four measurables, also on page 34. Let's see. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now go to, let's see. Where did that go? Okay. Page 37. And this time we'll chant the verse of praise and mantras, first for Chen Raisik and then for Green Tara. Not veiled by any fault, white in color. We said a perfect Buddha, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Raisik, I'll sing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now turn to page 34. I guess I will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
The purpose of this prayer is to generate positive intentions for the class. You are present here in this spiritual sanctuary is for the well-being of all living beings. So that kind of intention is highly encouraged to generate. So that's why this prayer has been said. Therefore, if you are not able to say the prayer, not to worry, just try to generate positive thought for well-being of every living being. So that's the noble thought, generate or try to generate, okay? Sanje chota soje chonolo chanjaman. Dola penja sanje dombaran. Sanje chota soje chonolo. 나게 최신 산제 저다 소지 전나 So meaning that you are saying I'm teaching here to my teaching here, listening, explaining, from your side listening, my side explaining, that any as positivity, if there any positivity is created, I dedicate that for well-being of every living being. And for that reason, I want to become enlightened for their well-being. And how about my well-being? It's already included, not worry. It's already included there. Even though it didn't say, it's already included. Okay? So there's the whole thing. Eating, sleeping, walking, doing things for well-being of other living beings. That's what my purpose of life is this on planet is for well-being of other living beings. That's called, according to my Buddhism, that's called good life. Living your life for well-being of other living beings. That's called good life. 라다 라메 라메 제 우모도 제지로도 주지도 저거 산제 송라 rab도 시진 되게 주죠. 남몰 하이 깨담도 내중에 되고도 또 군제 넘어져 탐제 깨도 나. 관계 도저히 예수는 떠왔던 적 담배 주네. First, please, if you don't mind, to take a few minutes to introduce yourself to each other. So then today, after that, we do some meditations, okay? Good morning, Esther Torres. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Cameron. Good
Buenos
morning,
días.
Laura. Good morning, CJ John. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Chitra Matra. You are there only mind, not physical. Good morning, Joanna. Are you back? Good morning, Peter.
Yes, I'm back.
Hola a todos.
Good morning, Francis. Oh, good morning, Venerable Batenzel Lamo. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Anna Kim. Good morning, Alexander Children. Thank you very much for translating people back in Patagonia. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Fernanda, Marcelo. Good morning, Tara, Brian Dyer, Arlene, Wen.
Okay, everyone in the Gampa. Wrap up your introductions and we'll get started. Such good energy in the Gampa.
Thank you. Thank you. So now these meditations that I'm about to lead is for, if you are familiar with the practice of, it's called like six perfections. Six perfections. Sanskrit is called like six paramita. So then the number five, the last one is called wisdom, the wisdom. The number five is called concentration. Concentrations mainly refers to single-pointed meditations. What is the benefit? Of course, that we have to know what is the benefit. Otherwise, why you do? What is the benefit? So then just think about how you make your mind peaceful. How usually normally when you are when how you say when there's no peace in the mind, what we do? Oh, I have no clue. So I've never thought about that. So I do know my mind. There's like quite often there's no peace in my mind, but I never thought. I don't remember doing anything for that. So I just drink one bottle of beer or like champagne, or but that's not the best solutions. But I'm not qualified to talk because I don't drink champagne, so I have no experience. So just like number five is called Sanskrit is called samadhi. It sounds like in Tibetan called tingijin, because every thought comes with attentions. Why you don't remember? Because you are not paying attention. That's why you don't remember. Doesn't mean that thought doesn't come with attention. Every thought comes with a feeling, ability to communicate with the object, feeling. There's ability. Also, there's another ability. There's like to distinguish useful, not useful, good, not good. That attentions also there. What we call, if you wonder what is called, technically it's called five omnipresent mental factor. Every primary thought comes with that. That's called five omnipresent mental factor. So within that, there's feelings there, the attention is there. So something teaches, maybe something to pay attention. According to ancient philosophy, way to make your mind peaceful is to focus, concentrate, focus. So that's this meditation is all about. Okay. So what I like us to do is to just visualize picture or visualize thin circle, thin, not thick, thin circle. Okay, just visualize. So try to be inside the circle. Inside the circle is the center of consciousness, center of the consciousness. What's there? Nothing. There's nothing. Like this. Space. Nothing. There's just circle. There's nothing. Nothing to look for, nothing to investigate, nothing to search. Just be. Just be. Just try to be in that circle. eventually thought rise, meaning different thought rise. Treat or see them as like shooting star. Just go to the circle and disappear. Just go inside the circle, disappear. Every thought they rise, they go inside the circle, like shooting star, disappear. Be natural. Not much effort is needed. Just be. Just be. Focus should be in the center of the circle, which is the center of consciousness, not the ring, center of the ring or circle, not the circle itself. What is the best way to be in that circle, the center of that circle? Without no expectations, no concern, no worry, like that. No story. Just be. Or see as it is, nothing more, nothing less. Then if you are losing the focus, then like make this circle more visible. Then eventually, if you wonder, where am I in the circle? Where is the awareness? Awareness is the center of the circle. Awareness is being aware, the center of the circle. That's the awareness is. You too. Hoping that eventually through this meditation our mind become like clear, still water. No dust, meaning no thought, no another thought, just one thought, just one awareness. Being aware of the center of the circle. your awareness start to wander, bring back to the circle. Meaning, need to make circle more visible. Make sure that awareness doesn't get out of the circle. Need to do that naturally, without so much force. Need to be there naturally. Anybody falling asleep up there? Or easier at home, so easier if nobody watching us fall asleep. So, same awareness, consciousness, mind, awareness, all same thing. Same water means like, how you say, introducing. Same word, there's a short word. Same Jingho, there's probably a longer sentence. Same word, there's abbreviation. Same Jingho means nature of awareness. Nature of awareness. The nature of awareness has been introduced. The nature of awareness has been introduced to me through these meditations. Nature of awareness has been introduced to me through these meditations. Circle is not mentioned in the teaching. That needs to be clear. I just made it up. Circle. Next time when you don't see the circle, that's me. Why? It's very hard. If you say focus, where, what? Or another way you could say, be aware of your awareness. How? You can see awareness. How you can be aware of awareness? So creating this very thin circle is to help to be in that center of thought. It's just to try to help. The circle is not that important part of the meditation. It's just to keep awareness in the center of that circle. That's the point. So now there's some boundary, so relatively easier to focus. Then you can just say, be aware of space, the vast. There's a tendency the mind could go everywhere. So now there's some kind of like boundary. So you do know when you get out, this boundary has been crossed. Now that's quite easy. That's why it didn't say in the text. What is that? That's like introducing nature of awareness to yourself. Another way, be aware of your awareness. What is the benefit? Before, there are like my thought is not subtle, meaning it almost looks like murky water. when you start to focus, then eventually hope that your awareness become like still clear water. Then just pause there. Not too much force. What is the best way to look at that circle? Like baby, when they look at the things, they just look, they just see as it is. They don't create a story, no opinion, nothing. They just see. Exactly like that. We used to be like that, but now lost. Become so educated, so sophisticated, make everything so serious, everything has opinion, stories. Not the best way to see. Not the best way to see. Having opinion is not the best thing. It's your idea, it's not maybe the best thing. No. Maybe not having opinion, that's probably the best thing. With less problem. So just look at that like baby. Just look, that's all. No much force, just look. Enjoy, that's all. Yeah, it's doable. So that some human did it, you can do. Some human accomplish so much based on that meditation, you could do the same thing. That person doesn't have 4 heads, it's just only 1 head, 2 eyes. Who did it? So we are same, physically, mentally same. So now that something to discuss here now, something to discuss. In the atom world, there's many things, modern science. I'm not educated, I don't understand the term, proton, electron, neutron, hydrogen, all of that, I have no clue. So, element, 4 element. So I discussed with Phillips and Neely there, 4 element. Wind element. What is wind element? Sorry, this is not part of meditation, but it's quite important for me to understand, to explain certain things here. Wind element. What's the difference between wind element and air? Is wind and wind element are the same or different? This is not quiz. I just want to, I want you to educate me. Maybe my understanding of wind element is different than your understanding of wind element. So therefore, it's having, maybe there's some kind of miscommunication where I'm trying to explain. Maybe you are not really getting what I'm trying to explain. Maybe you are thinking something else. So, when things that we breathe, now you see this. Is that air? What is this air? Oxygen, air. So, what things that, why, like you could probably say muscle. Please just set aside the muscle. Muscle. Why blink, the air comes out, goes in. When we get up, air comes more forcefully, sound get louder, all of that. It's done by what? It's all like movement, blinking, like moving here and doing there, like coming, throwing, then swallowing, all of that. I've been seeing energy. I'm not sure like how you do, what is energy? Is this like something to do with the 4 element, or is it like completely separate from 4 element? within, like Maya and the Buddhist, they're like Vaja and the Buddhist, they have like dense informations, how this everything functioning, how this life is functioning. Basically, since we are born all the way to last moment, all the way to death, precisely explained, but it's hard to apprehend. Everything's here, but could not understand. Everything's here, but there's so much to learn, so much to learn. This is like complex, like machines that this is what it is. Everything, there are so much to learn, so much to learn. So, body grows subtle, very subtle. Energy grows subtle, very subtle. Awareness grows subtle, very subtle. There's so much been happening, but very little clue. When you focus on something, whenever the thought involved in anything, there is some kind of movement. Without that movement, thought cannot travel. Right now, when I think about my hometown, I'm already there. Are you there with the body or not body? With no body? With body or no body? With nobody. So nobody means like nobody. Huh? Nobody, yeah. So isn't it interesting? Like you can travel thousands of miles, like second, moment, there. Are you there with the body or without body? What is that? That's the power of the thought. Power of the thought. It's not the power of physical body, power of thought. That's quite amazing, like, or don't have to be there, but access that environment, either your home when you grow up, when you're little, accessing that doesn't have to be there, but accessing through mental image. Accessing that is here, but accessing that 1,000 miles away, accessing that with the mental image. Mental image you cannot touch, there's no physical things, but we access. I was kind of like fascinated like that. So that's my point here. The movement, some kind of movement, I used to call now, explain energy. Maybe Dr. Brown, Dr. Watkins, you can help. My English is now getting older and older. When I came here, I'm a young man. Now after 25, I'm getting old. My English is getting older. So that's how the energy has been moved around within the body through thought, the thought. Wherever that thought goes, there's like some kind of movement. That movement, because that movement grows subtle, very subtle. Everything's happening in this body, in this life. Everything blinking, eating, digesting, not digesting, all of that happening due to that movement. According to the teaching, it's called subtle wind. Does that make sense? Subtle wind. I'm not sure what kind of image you are getting. Subtle wind. Lung, lung, tamu. Makes sense in Tibetan, it makes sense. But we don't speak Tibetan. So, I'm not sure what's the best way to call that movement. The movement is like a blind person. has ability to move, but cannot see. But he has leg to move around. There's the movement is like that. Movement is like blind person with ability to move. Awareness is like the person, eye, no leg, cannot move, but can see, but cannot move. Combination of that movement and awareness, that's how thought travel all the way back to 50 years back there, that thought travels, no physical body, something that goes. Wherever the thought goes, there's a movement is there. So that movement can be expand. That movement can be increased tremendously. I used to say energy that can be, there's ability to grow like really that the energy could grow. How did energy grow? Because the power of the awareness, concentration is so strong, so that expanded movement, energy that grows. That energy could do many things within our channels, make us it allows us to access many things. So they talk about parallel universe. Parallel universe. So then I'm not sure about the alternate reality. Alternate reality.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Sorry, maybe I'm wasting your time here. Yeah, we have hard time. We are having hard time accessing many things that explain the teaching. Why was that? Because that energy needs to boost. That requires strong concentrations. That's the only way to access. Without that, it's just talk. Celestial realm, heaven, all of that, how you access. So does those things really exist? Parallel universe. Scientists are talking. For Buddhism, it's nothing new. It's not new. Here in the West, there's parallel universe. For Buddhism, it's nothing. It's all written in text. A different realm. If scientists find some other human in some other planet, for Buddhism, it's nothing. Surprise. Now the question, how you access through that energy that comes with the thought that needs to be, boost
or expanded.
Expanded the way that there's no more expanded needed like that. So that requires strong concentrations. What I'm trying to say here, when we do these meditations, when you focus on the center of this circle, what's happening? There's movement. Why there's movement? Because there's thought. The thought is there, so therefore there's movement. That movement can be increased. So that when that movement get increased, that means that movement get balance, well balanced. Where that movement travels, not here, inside, channels. What it does, it create physical comfort. Then that contribute for mental comfort. There's a multiple benefit. you know, the of course, there's possibility. While we are alive, there's a lot of possibilities. Even when we are dying, there's still possibilities to achieve something incredible. It's not end. It's even when you are dying, there's so much happening in this complex machine. The way it kind of like ended, the way in process of ending this, there's a different process that you go through. And there's so much you can achieve, so much you can do. Of course, when you are alive, there's so much you can do. So when you are even dying, this life's ending, there's also still there's a lot of possibility to achieve something incredible. So to do that, so need to understand this the world of consciousness, channels, chakras, movement, all of that needs to be understood quite clearly. Where? Not starting here, it's already here. It's already part of this life, but not much clue. It's already here, part of this life. Therefore, best chance to achieve fully enlightenment is human, the best chance to grow, to grow. It has all like stages, different stages. And the end is all about liberations. Freedom, for you, freedom, everlasting freedom, ending the cycles, dying, rebirth, dying, getting all the sicknesses. This could end. It could end. There's a possibility it could end. So it's all about your liberations. It's all liberation for other living beings. This is all about that. It all boils down that. That's what is Buddhism is all about. It's not there's like tremendous possibilities, And this is all knowledge that we could learn. It's not like we cannot learn, we could learn. Slowly we could learn little by little, we could learn. And then, so now please back to the meditation. Sorry. So now, then after that, when you become good at doing these meditations, become familiar. So now there's so much been tied with this notion of self. Self. I am American. I am American. That I. American is last. I am American. My name is John. What is that? What is that? What is that? Clearly, there's distinguish between name and you. That's why you say my name. I am that. That the whole things, there's so much stories. In my case, close to 60 years of stories that's tied with this notion of self. I am. This all we're trying to associate. I am Buddhist monk, trying to associate myself with the Buddhist monk. I am Tibetan. We are always trying to associate with something, but that we are trying to associate that that's kind of very tricky things. So when you see the self in the center of the circle, when you see the self in the center, you wonder like, where am I? Where am I? And I just said, you are in the center of the circle. In my mind, are you visible? No, I'm not visible. Does that mean you are not there? No, no, I am there, but I'm not visible. Kind of invisible, but at the same time is kind of visible. For my awareness is visible, not visible is like this, looking at me or looking like this. Not visible in the sense of physical thing, but very visible. In my awareness are very visible. At the same time, you can say is invisible. So that's why it's become more tricky, like self, the notion of self. What is self? When you say I am Tibetan, when you say I, what do you mean I? There's something that's Tibetan. Are you saying your body is Tibetan? That doesn't make sense. Everybody has a body. This body cannot be Tibetan. That's why you see that people has body. So then who is American? Who is Tibetan? That's self. And it's important to analyze because there's so much it's been tied around that self. We're stuck. We're stuck. Sorry, with the stories. Can't cannot move beyond. Stuck. So much of that's constructed. Your mind constructed so much of that, and you end up believing in that, and you're stuck. No, sorry, I say you, but all of us, not just you. So, including myself. So, it's very important to understand that whenever you say I, you have to have some clue. You don't mean body, your body. You don't mean your body. You don't mean your name. Otherwise, you don't say my name is John. So there's clear distinction. My name, there's clear distinction. You are not talking. You are not saying my body is John. So it's important to analyze. That's the second part of the meditations. When you are meditation, these meditations become very good, like still clear water. What do? You start to wonder, where am I? You will wonder that. Semji rangshi zangbatas, semji rangshi zangbatas. No semji, sorry, this is a mistake. Chibri rangshi zangbatas. So then when that meditation becomes like still clear water, now is the time to analyze the nature of self that you've been saying all the time. Didn't sleep well, I'm feeling not good, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling fear, all of that. A lot of them is maybe projected, then into believing in that. Maybe only way to free yourself believing in that perceptions, projections, the way you perceive. Only way to free you from that is to understand the nature of self. So Nawa appearances, everything you see, hear, see, touch, smell, taste, all of that, like object of the five senses, everything that day to day life we interact. Day to day life that we interact through interact. It is nothing more than our perceptions. Do you agree? Otherwise, looking at the same object, why there's two different opinions? That cannot be possible. Who's right? Some person has negative opinion, some person has positive opinion. Who's right? One object. Oh, I love so much this prayer. I said, I don't like this prayer, the way it look, the way they design. Who's right? Perception, perception. You can't just go along with that perceptions. It will lead to more complications. You need to try to go beyond that perceptions. So then, after that, this first introducing nature of awareness, from there, when the meditation becomes like still clear water, so then it's time to analyze the nature of self. Time to analyze nature. Why you do that sequence, that order, you are going to succeed. Succeed in that order, you're going to succeed. So, that whole thing is like town,
Town?
yeah, towns of drama. It is what it is. It is the town of drama. It's just a joke. It's nothing serious. It's just like we just created, that's all, and believe it's real. It's not real. When I say it's not real, doesn't mean it's happening. It is happening, but it's not real as we project. It's not serious as you project. Oh, getting late here, 5 minutes late, not big deal. Like animal, they wake up, they know sunrise. They know when it gets dark. They have no clue. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they have no clue. We humans just made it up. It's not like you are born with that clock. There's when you are a baby, there's no clock. We create, then we, like, what I'm trying to say here, all my friends, is there's so much is tied with this notion of self. Therefore, pain, grief, suffering, anger, jealousy, pride, this goes on and on. These are all tied with notion of self. Therefore, it's very, very important to understand what am I? What am I? How you say? What am I? See what happens. See what happens when you do this meditation. See what happens. It's not that hard. Just sit. After this meditation, just sit and ask, am I my hair? What do you say? It's very obvious. If your hair, so then it's good that you've been cut many times, then you are probably gone. That's not the case. Go through every physical part. See what's your answer. Not just that now, from inside. Every organ, oxygen you breathe, heat that there, heat, space within the body. What do you find? Nothing. Do you find yourself? Does that mean self doesn't exist? Self do exist, but doesn't exist the way you perceive. That's the problem. It doesn't exist the way you perceive. So in the text then says, sometimes it says, not finding is the best way of finding. Now it makes sense. Now it start to make sense. Before it sounds like crazy. What do you mean not finding is the best way of finding? Not seeing is the best way of seeing. Doesn't make sense. Now it makes sense. Everything I'm seeing is like projections. Super projected. That's what I'm saying. I'm not seeing the fact. What I'm seeing is all like this projections. So now I'm not seeing the projections. That's what it means. Not seeing projection is the best way of seeing fact or reality. Jemba means raw. Before we are seeing, now you see like raw. So then, after that, when you come out of that meditation, five senses, including awareness. You could say 6 senses. The last one pointed to the 6 mental awareness, the mental. of 5 cents, then last one refers to mental. Teta kumni soto kis, you don't know what chitawas, you know. Whatever, then after the meditation, whatever appears, now your things don't accept, oh, then nothing will, I don't see anything. No, no, you will see things. But you see differently. You react differently, you see differently, you respond differently. That's the benefit. Don't think, oh, that I'm going to see nothing. No, no, that's not true. You are going to see same thing you have been seeing, but there will be different response. Teta kumni soto, 6 senses. You don't know object, whatever object of these 6 senses appears. Nangsu shimu tashi dance. Before, react so fast, overreact, super react, all of this, that's not happening any longer. That's gone, that's not happening. Because the power of the meditation I just did, that meditation helps me, this reacting so fast, overreacting, this all pretty much gone now. What I learned, I'm taking my time. What I'm doing now, something different. Now I'm analyzing, not reacting, I'm analyzing, not reacting, analyzing. That's the new thing that I learned, analyzing. Not just analyzing, I'm doing total analysis, total analysis. What are you hoping? Get to the fact. Get to the fact. Huh? Get to the fact. Huh? Oh, like, how you say, at night, I heard some noise downstairs, some noise, midnight or 1 o'clock. In my mind, it's a ghost or like something, maybe somebody of course. So I don't react. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm doing that, I'm just saying, I'm analyzing. I'm analyzing thoroughly. Turns out that noise is coming from refrigerator. Refrigerator is no ghost. Seeing something outside looks like person is kind of moving. Without analyzing, then I start to see the eyes, ears, head, cloth, all of that my mind just created. Turns out that's one of your bush moved by wind. In my hometown, as I said, we dry our clothes outside. Winter time, it just froze. You are, what do you call this? Short, long sleeve, long vision. At night, it's all froze because like there's no indoor bathroom, you have to go outside. You look through the window, somebody's coming towards you. Exactly. You run inside, scare all family members, especially the mothers. Everybody freak out. Bring torchlight, goes there. It's your clothes. What happened? All this head and everything is just projections. 대답 겁니 소초기 유도 나와 지셔 나조시 못하지나 내조 제발 상기쳤어. That frozen cloth short, that's the reality. Anything else is projected. You are freaked out, scared to death. All things happen based on what? Based on your own shirt. So therefore, these things are not going to happen because reacting right away, overreacting, super fast reacting, this is all pretty much gone. You're calm, sitting back, thinking, analyzing thoroughly, trying to understand. So, every thought, now the benefit, every thought rise, anger, jealousy, all of that thought rise, you stare them. Everything rise will disappear. That's the natural law. No explanation needed. Everything rise. We analyze thoroughly. namdo kanda kanje ba theta tini musun just recognize, just identify, do what? Nothing. Do nothing. We do so much, we don't succeed. Do nothing. Just recognize them, look at, stare at them, disappear. So theta komni chotoki, you don't know what jishan chotok, 6 senses. You don't know what jishan, whatever object that appears. Nangzu shimu tashindas, doing thorough analysis, nidu jambal hangi chas. Nature means like the situation, true situation or conditions will will appear, fact. But that's the fact. So maybe later on, maybe some discussions needed for this, thought and energy. If you are maybe Dr. Wathan, Dr. Robi, or Dr. Brown can help. It's about Vajrayana teaching. Every thought that comes with the movement, that's how the thought travels. That's how you manage to send the movement into the central channels that needs to be opened up eventually. Only way to do is like, need to understand that thought and the movement. Thought doesn't have shape and color. You just create something, and you focus. When you focus, anything, any object, there's movement. With thought cannot travel without movement. The movement is needed. You cannot separate. This all always comes together. So that movement can be expanded. So, so that's what people try to do in Vajrayana practice. They're trying to send that movement into the central channels. When that movement is kind of going inside the central channels, the breath from nose, both nose, has a more. When energy, the movement, when you're able to send, then the breath from both nostrils will be equal, completely equal. There's not be one is stronger than another one. It will be equal. There's a sign that movement is now going in. You manage to push in, but not remaining there. It's not remaining. It just goes, disappears. It just goes there. The second level, then it remains. What is the external sign? Breath cease. There's no more breathing. It cease. Are you dead? No. You are very much alive. You are not dead. The breath cease. There will be no movement here. It's completely gone. What is that? There's a sign that movement is now remaining in the channels. Then eventually it dissolves. When it dissolves, so after when the breath ceases, there's still movement in the tummy. Belly is moving. When the movement dissolves, then that movement ceases. So, opportunities to experience clear light. Then that's called child light. The mother light, everyone experiences very end of this life, when this life ends, this process, very end, experience is not horrible as we project. Oh, there will be something horrible. Very end, there will be something amazing feelings. That one's called mother light. That is death. That is actual death. When the breath ceases, according to teaching, you are medically dead. You are not dead yet. You are also going through process. So that is called mother light. Every living being experiences very end of this life is experiencing that. It's not horrible things that we project. No. So that, when actually it's happening, you recognize, oh, that's how it happened when I was alive. So then you manage to introduce this child light and the mother light together. You are now liberated. Wonderful news. There'll be no death is gone. Death is gone. Rebirth no death, no pardo, no rebirth. It's all gone, free. The cycle. Outside the gomba, outside the temple, there's the painting. That circle used to turn, now it's stopped. Now no turning, stop. So I'm hoping to see a lot of you from Kadampa Center stop the cycle. Oh, sorry, they completely waste your time now. Yeah, that's just, yeah, maybe let's stop here.
Lamala. We're going to have Robbie come up and have an announcement real quick before we do dedications.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Geshe-la, for fascinating teaching. I just want to remind people, it's very easy to think that we just show up on Sunday morning here, we have the teachings, and then we leave. It looks very simple. It's actually not very simple at all. It's very complicated what's going on behind the scenes to give us this opportunity to have the teachings here. And I just want to give us an example. We recently had 3 volunteers, David Strevel, Chris Baranski, and Brian Wright spent an entire afternoon here mapping out our electrical system, which had never been done before, which is something that'll really help us moving forward. So that's the kind of volunteers we have here. I don't think there are any major shocks. They don't seem any less smart than they were before they did this. But that's what the center depends on. If we always need more volunteers, just for small activities and for big activities. If you're interested in working on our wonderful spiritual program, you can speak to Linda and Donna. If you're interested in outreach, you can speak to Elise. If you're interested in grounds, you can speak to Monica. Let's see, Brian is not here, but if you're interested in facilities, we'll let David stand in for him. If you're interested in just being a greeter, which means you just show up on Sunday morning like you would anyway, and just spend 10 minutes out front greeting, you can speak to Trina, who is out there today. Or if you're interested in communications, you can speak to Sandy Carlson, who's not here this morning, but she's usually around. So thank you to all our volunteers, and please consider joining in if you haven't had an opportunity to do so.
Please turn to page 246, and we'll start the dedications with the verses from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain, to dispel the miseries of the world. Now go to page 244 for the long life prayer for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig, Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And on 245, long life prayer for Khensen Rinpoche, Jetsun Losentao. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age. The one with great patience who received the name Alatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa Boyd, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And then the inside back cover, a prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious ones, Shravakas, and Pratyeka Buddhas. Victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels, and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And then go to the inside front cover for the long life prayer for Geshe-la, Geshe Sampo, and then the Tar Mantras. Supreme God, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are constant Dharma companion. Lama, who is renounced fame, may you ever remain. You who have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. Om Taretu Taretu Re Soha. 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 Om Taretu Taretu Re Soha.
My friend from my backyard, Squirrel, sent the best wishes for weekend, Sunday.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thanks, everyone online.
Thank you, Linda. Bye.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank
Gracias,
you.
Ale.
Gracias, Ale. Buen domingo.
Gracias, Alejandra.